Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm gonna show you how to survive J1 visa interview, how to get this visa, how to get this expression, this famous expression, your visa is approved, how to hear it, and what to avoid. And I'm gonna show you and tell you some of the top embassy questions. So let's roll. The first thing that you have to know is that the questions actually, they are intended to know a few things, and you have to be concentrated on several things and to remember these several things when answering all the questions. So the questions can be really different. Like, I have a list of 80 questions, so you see that there are so many, but still they are all focused on several things that that they want to hear from you and that they want to know about you. The first thing is that these workers, the workers of embassy, they are focused on knowing the fact that you're not going to stay in the US. If you're going to the US, by the way, by work and travel. When you are intended to participate in the work and travel program, you know that many students try to stay there in the US, but you have to convince that you're not going to stay there, you're just going to participate and come back, and that you are interested in coming back to your country. So that's why you have to show why you're interested to come back. Like, my variant was, that was the truth, and I told that, I'm a student at the university, and I was a student of the third year, if I'm not mistaken. My work and travel program was at 2018, and I was a third year student, so I had 1 year left. And I told them that I'm going to take my master's degree, so that was a reason, a very good reason for coming back to Russia. I'm from Russia. And so that was quite convincing and good for them to know that I am interested in my education and in my future education. So you have to show something like that you really love your studying. You should love your studying, by the way. And so you gotta show that you love your studying and that you're interested in your current education and in your future education. So you have plans there in your country, and that's why you have reasons to come back. And work and travel is just a good opportunity for you to to travel, to see foreign countries, to make some new friends, and whatever you think you're interested in. But still, this is just a summer program, and you still are very, very interested in coming back to your country and returning to your plans, to the things that you do. So this is a very important thing, and you have to remember about it when answering all the questions. By the way, when you are having this interview in the embassy, you have to, you're gonna have like 4 to 5 questions. This is an average sum of the questions. This is like 4 to 5. But if you have some, extra provocative information. I don't know, like it may seem to them like provocative and not really what they want to hear, they can ask you some extra questions. But if you feel that you're staying there for a very long time, and if you feel that you're having extra questions, don't worry, that's not a bad sign. Okay, so it doesn't mean that you are doing something wrong or doing something bad. Actually, the key thing is just being sincere. Okay, so if I tell you, like, convince them that you're going to come back and all these things, that doesn't mean that you have to lie or that you have to be someone else. No, just be yourself and be just perfectly candid with them. That is the most working advice, I would say. Yeah, but you have to know some not secrets, but some internal things to be sure and to know what point of view they have, from what point of view they see it, so what they want to listen, what they want to hear from you. So yeah, when you are answering the questions at the embassy, just remember about the thing that you should convince them that you have your reasons to come back here, that you're not going to stay in the US. They don't want it from you, remember. And the second thing, here is one little, let's say this is not a rule, but not all the cases are like that. Not in all cases they don't want you to stay in there, because there are some jobs that they are interested in. Like today, IT specialists, they are really demanded in the US, and they are really interested in this kind of job and in this kind of specialists. So if you are this kind of person, this may work for you. So they may be interested in not your coming back to your country, but in staying there in the US and like working for them. Yeah, so this is another side of the story. In case they are interested in you like a professional, like a specialist in your job, in your services, they may want you to go there and to stay. That does not mean that they are going to take you from the plane and take with them and like this Men in Black stuff. No, this is just the fact that they may be interested in you, and that may work for you. So take some time to think about your job. I mean, this does not mean that you should be currently working. Job means your education, okay? So your future job. Just take some time and think who you are and who are you going to be, and think of this kind of perspective. So whether you are going to convince them that you have plans in your country and you're going to come back, or whether you have such an important job that they should be really interested in you there. Yeah, so these two perspectives may work for your visa approved. And one more crucial thing, when you travel via work and travel with your boyfriend or girlfriend, so when you're traveling like together and you're going both to have visas, and you're going to go to one city and have jobs there. So if you're traveling via work and travel together, remember that this thing is not for embassy. So you have to convince them that you're not a couple, that you're not together. You should say something like that you're old friends or classmates or group mates. And here you have to be, you have to convince them really well, because they always think that if you're a couple and if you're traveling together, there is a good chance that you stay there, because like nothing is really special there in your country, in your place, because you are going to the US, to another country with your partner. And that's a good reason to stay there. And as I've already mentioned, they don't want you to stay there. So this thing is not for them. This information is not for them. And remember that. So you have to convince them that you are traveling alone, or this is just your friend or whatever, but not your boyfriend or girlfriend. This is really important. And please do discuss this thing before going to the embassy, because there are a lot of cases when couples come to the embassy, and one of them is having an interview, and he or she says that yes, this is my boyfriend or my girlfriend, and we're traveling together. Yeah, cool. We're traveling together. And another partner is having an interview and is saying that no, I don't know him or her. And like, what happened? So if you're saying different things, of course, that is not the case when your visa is approved, and there are many cases like that. So that is why just discuss this thing before going to the embassy. Yeah, so I think I've mentioned all the important things that you have to remember when answering any questions in the embassy when you're having an interview. So please do remember about these things. They don't want you to stay in there. And one more important thing is English, of course, is your language. That does not mean that you should be proficiency or advanced, like C1 or C2. That's okay if you have like intermediate or upper intermediate. But still, you have to be well prepared, and please do find some embassy questions on the internet or watch in this video and be prepared. So think well, what are you going to answer to any question, to any kind of question. Even if you have a low level of English, please do think what are you going to answer, because they want you to, well, to survive in the US, because they don't think that this is okay when you don't know the language and you go there. No, this is not a work and travel situation. I mean, this could be okay when you go knowing just okay in English, or yes or no or hi, and that could be okay. But this is not for the interview. This is not for the embassy. So please convince them, show them your language level, show them your English, and well, convince them that you are very fluent and that you can use your English in any kind of situation in the US. And you will need it there. Believe me, you will. Okay, so and let's look through just some questions in this video. We are going to start with the first and most general questions, like they're going to ask you about your name, this is quite obvious. Please do look at your passport and be prepared to answer the correct variant. Do not say something like, I don't know, like my name is Anastasia in Russian, and I can't say Nastya, so this is my short name in Russian. And in the embassy, well, it is preferred to say your full name the way it is written in your passport. So please be prepared for that. And the next questions are also general. They're like warm-up questions. That is not even the information they want to know. This is just a warm-up to you. This is kind of, are you an exchange student? How did you get to the embassy? How long did it take you? So this is a warm-up, and you have to be prepared to tell something about the weather and the way that you had to the embassy. So something like information about your city, or I don't know, just how you're doing today. Okay, so this is a warm-up. And the next kind of questions, this is important information. Questions like, why do you want to go to the USA? What is the purpose of your visit to the USA? So yeah, so here you should say that you're going via work and travel program. This is your purpose, work and travel. Please remember, that's obvious, but yeah. And the next kind of questions is about your job. And here, my advice is to thoroughly look through the job offer. Please do look very thoroughly, because there is a lot of information in there, like dates and some duties, names of organizations, and name of your job, and hours, and pay, and whatever. So all this information is really important, and they may ask you about it in the embassy. So please read it very thoroughly, and probably even learn it by heart. Okay, so these questions are like, when do you need to start your job in the US? What job are you going to have in the US? Where are you going to work in the US? And what is the name of the company you're going to work? What are your duties? Who are your employer? And yeah, so the questions about your job, about the dates, and about your duties, and your employer or a company. So this is all written in the job profile, job offer, and please do look through it very thoroughly, okay? And do remember these dates and duties, and the name of the company by heart. Learn it by heart, because this is very important information. And at this stage, when you are in the embassy, when you are having an interview, you should already know it for sure, like the company you're going to work for, your employer, your duties, and your job. So this is probably the most important thing for them, like who you are, why are you going to be there, and who are you going to be there in the US. Okay, so we have spoken about some embassy questions, and I've told you that actually when you're answering any questions, please do remember some crucial things that I've mentioned in the beginning of this video. But we'll look through other questions in the next video, so please stay tuned and see ya!